I found her on a porn site. Legs wide open. Moaning for a stranger. Tattoo on her hip. Lips I kissed every night wrapped around someone else. It was her. My girl. My best friend. My only one, or so I thought. And it was not just one video. It was a whole playlist. She said I was her only girl. But there she was, getting ruined by men and women, while I was planning our 1-year anniversary surprise. While I was printing photos of our beach trip to frame them. While I was cooking her favorite pasta in my college apartment kitchen, she was busy gagging and grinning for someone else's camera. She lied. She performed. And I had no idea. I was not just cheated on. I was humiliated by the one woman I thought would never hurt me. Speech balloon to all my incredible viewers, thank you so much for being here. Whether you are new or returning, your support means everything. If you have not subscribed yet, I cannot wait for you to hit that subscribe button right now. It is the energy that powers this channel and keeps these raw stories coming your way. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and do not hold back. Let us talk about betrayal, about love, and about how fast one moment can destroy everything. My name is Claire. I am 26 years old, white, born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. I have always believed in love the way my parents taught me, faithful, honest, and worth fighting for. I dated men all through high school and college, but I never really felt anything. Not until I met Jenna. She was bold. Confident. That kind of beauty that made everyone's head turn without her even trying. Curly brown hair, almond eyes, caramel skin with this gorgeous tattoo of a rose blooming on her hip. I met her at a yoga class when I was 24. I fell hard, harder than I ever thought I could fall for anyone. She flirted with me first. Asked if I wanted to get smoothies after class. One smoothie turned into 2. Then lunch. Then dinner. And then, one night in her apartment, she kissed me. Slow. Deep. Hands on my waist. Tongue in my mouth. That kiss flipped my entire identity upside down, and I never looked back. We became official after 2 months. She moved into my place after 4. It was fast, but it felt right. We had a routine, yoga in the mornings, coffee and kisses in the kitchen, then work. I worked in marketing at a small firm, and she was a bartender by night, freelancer by day. I never questioned it. She said she was working on creative projects, selling art online. I trusted her. She never let me go through her laptop. Always joked that her portfolio was a mess, that I would just get bored or confused. I believed her. Because I loved her. I was planning something big for our 1-year anniversary. A trip to Charleston, where she said she had always dreamed of going. I had even emailed a photographer to do a surprise shoot on the beach. I imagined her in a flowy white dress, barefoot in the sand, smiling just for me. I was falling deeper in love by the day. But then came that night. She was working late, bartending a private party. I was curled up on the couch, sipping wine, editing a short promo video for my boss. I needed to grab a specific template I had seen weeks ago, one from a site I had bookmarked. I pulled up my browser and opened the tab marked Studio Flare Templates. Only, I clicked the wrong link. Instead of the promo site, a page loaded that I had never seen before. It was some amateur porn platform, but not your usual kind. This one had local creators. Faces. Tags. Custom uploads. And there she was. Thumbnail after thumbnail of her. Same tattoo. Same moans I had memorized from our nights together. Only now, they were not mine. She was in a black corset, bent over a couch, calling someone daddy. She was licking whipped cream off a girl's thigh in another. And in one video, she was in our bed. Our sheets. Camera clearly hidden in the closet mirror. My stomach dropped. I thought I was hallucinating. I turned off the sound. Replayed. Zoomed in. It was her. I sat frozen. Then my fingers moved without my brain. I searched her name. Not Jenna. Her real name. Her full name I had only seen once on a piece of mail, Jennifer Rose Alvarez. She had a full profile. Hundreds of followers. Dozens of videos. Some of them months old. Some of them uploaded last week, while we were in bed together. I slammed my laptop shut. I could not breathe. My mouth was dry. My heart felt like it was tearing through my chest. I called her. No answer. I texted, "Come home. Right now." She replied 10 minutes later, "Busy, babe. Love you." Why? I stared at the screen. I did not respond. I just sat there, heart racing, mind screaming, trying not to cry. I wanted to break every plate in the kitchen. But I did not. I just sat there. When she walked through the door an hour later, smiling like she had missed me, I could not even speak. She leaned in to kiss me. I flinched. And for the first time in our entire relationship, she looked afraid. I pointed to the laptop on the table. She froze. Her mouth opened slightly. But no words came out. She knew. And that was when I realized, this was not a mistake. This was not a phase. This was not something I misunderstood. This was who she really was. And I had no idea who the hell I had been sleeping beside for the last year. The silence between us that night was deafening. She sat across from me at the dining table, still wearing her work clothes, tight black jeans, eyeliner slightly smudged, and that fake soft smile that used to calm me but now made my skin crawl. I sat stiff, my arms crossed, eyes locked on her like a stranger who had just broken into my home. She tried to speak. "Claire, I can explain." But I held up my hand. No yelling. No tears. Not yet. I just wanted the truth, the raw, naked, ugly truth. "How long have you been doing it?" I asked. She looked down. Her hand trembled slightly as it reached for the glass of water in front of her. She took a sip before whispering, "Before I met you." That hit me like a punch to the gut. So all those nights she told me I was her first real love, all the times she looked into my eyes and said she had never felt this before, lies. Manufactured feelings from a woman who had already spent years moaning into cameras and playing pretend. I stood up and paced. My brain was moving too fast for my body to keep up. My stomach was churning. I felt sick. "Why did you lie to me?" "I never lied about loving you," she said quickly. "Everything between us was real." "No. What was real was you spreading your legs on camera while I was asleep in our bed." Her face twisted. She flinched. But I did not care. I wanted her to feel it. She took a deep breath and finally started talking. For real this time. She told me she had started filming adult content back when she was 22, right after a breakup and eviction left her homeless. She needed fast money. A friend introduced her to a producer who helped her build a small brand online, solo videos at first, then couples content, then full-on amateur series under a fake name. At first, she hated it. Then the money came in. And the attention. The power. She had fans. Subscribers. Even companies reaching out for collabs. Before long, she was not just some local girl with a cam, she was a performer with a monthly income bigger than mine. She swore she stopped after we got serious. But then she got an offer, $10,000 for a 3-video contract. She did it. Behind my back. In secret. In our apartment. In our bed. My knees nearly gave out. I sat down slowly, my hands shaking. "Was that your real name on the site?" "No," she whispered. "Jennifer Rose is just my stage identity. The videos were watermarked under that. My family does not even know." I laughed bitterly. But I do. Now I know. And I wish I didn't. She tried to reach across the table. I pulled away. I was going to tell you, she said. I was going to quit completely. Delete the account. I just needed to finish the contract. That made me snap. So you were going to keep taking money to fake orgasms with strangers while I kissed you goodnight thinking you were mine? My voice cracked. I hated how broken I sounded. She cried. Not dramatic sobs. Real, wet tears that ran down her cheeks. She looked lost. Small. Like a child caught doing something terrible. I thought you would leave me, she whispered. I should have, I said. But I didn't. Not that night. Instead, I shut down. Went to bed in the guest room. Locked the door. Stared at the ceiling all night. My mind played the video over and over. Her moans. Her hands. Her body. The way she looked up at the camera like she belonged to it. I felt hollow. The next morning, I called in sick. She made coffee. I could hear her pacing outside my door, waiting for me to talk. I ignored her. That weekend, I drove to my friend Becca's place 2 towns over. Becca was the only one who knew I was dating a woman. I told her everything. She was silent for a long time. Then she said something that stuck with me. Claire, this is not just cheating. This is performance betrayal. She sold intimacy while telling you it was sacred. That was exactly what it was. I went home Sunday night, still unsure of what I was going to do. Jenna was on the couch, hugging her knees, makeup wiped off, eyes bloodshot. She had not posted anything new on her channel. I checked. I became obsessed with checking. Like I needed proof she was not hurting me again. She said she would delete everything. She promised. But she begged me not to tell anyone. She said she needed time to remove all her content. That contracts were involved. That she might get sued. I agreed. Like a fool. For a week, things were quiet. She was home more. She cried a lot. Made me breakfast. Sent long texts apologizing for lying. Said she had never felt more ashamed in her life. But one night, after she fell asleep on the couch, I took her phone. And that was when I found the real betrayal. A locked folder in her gallery app, face recognition protected. She had forgotten to remove my face from her trusted list. I opened it. What I saw was worse than porn. It was personal. Videos of her and someone I knew. Someone from my past. At first, I did not recognize the guy's face. Then I paused the video. And I saw his tattoo, a phoenix on his chest. My ex-boyfriend. Nate. The one who cheated on me in college. The one she claimed to hate. They had been filming together. More than once. And the last video? Dated 2 weeks ago. While I was out of town for a work retreat. I felt my soul leave my body. That was when I knew, this was not about porn. Or money. Or art. Or survival. This was who she had always been. And I had just been her little vacation from that world. I did not scream. I did not break the phone. I did not march into the living room and demand answers like I had imagined 1,000 times in my head. Instead, I sat on the cold bathroom floor with her phone in my hand, and I watched them. Her and Nate. Him behind her. Her riding him. Her looking right into the camera with that same face she used to make when she made love to me. Except this was not love. This was performance. And the worst part? It was filmed on my birthday. I remembered that weekend. She said she was sick. She told me not to come home from the girls' retreat I had planned with Becca. I sent her soup and flowers. I felt guilty for not being there. And she was in my apartment, being filled by my ex. I locked myself in that bathroom for hours. My head was pounding. My heart was numb. I went through every stage of grief, denial, rage, heartbreak. All while she slept 12 feet away, wrapped in the same throw blanket we used to cuddle under after movie nights. In that moment, I stopped being her girlfriend. I became a stranger in my own home. But here is the thing no one tells you about betrayal. Sometimes, you do not walk away right away. Sometimes, you stay. Not because you still love them, but because you want to see how deep the lie goes. So I stayed. The next morning, I made us both coffee. Smiled like everything was fine. She looked surprised, even nervous. I told her I wanted to work through it. That I believed in forgiveness. That I wanted to heal. She cried and told me she would spend the rest of her life earning back my trust. But I had already seen the truth. So I played the part. For 2 weeks, I watched her every move. I went through her laptop when she was in the shower. Checked her emails. Her social media messages. Her video drafts. She was not deleting anything. She was rebranding. New stage name. New camera equipment. A new partner lined up, a woman this time, blonde, fake lips, tight body. Her name was Zoe. They had already exchanged scripts and scene plans. She had even set up a private OnlyFans to test exclusive uploads. She was never going to quit. I was just the fool she kept around for cuddles and credibility. One night, I asked her straight to her face, if you had to choose between your camera or me, which would you keep? She paused. That pause told me everything. She tried to cover it with some stupid line about, why should I have to choose, but it was already too late. I made my decision the next morning. But I was not going to leave quietly. I made copies of her private content folder. Every video. Every file. Every contract email and subscriber transaction. I sent it all to a secure drive. Then I emailed it, to myself, to a lawyer, and to a porn site moderator I had connected with anonymously who agreed to flag every upload with fake consent. Then I walked into her bar that Friday night with my hair curled, lips red, and one thing on my mind, revenge. She was serving drinks when I slid onto the stool in front of her. She looked shocked. Thought you were working late, she said. I finished early. Thought I would surprise you. I leaned in. Can we talk? She nodded nervously and signaled to her coworker. We stepped outside into the alley behind the bar. I handed her a sealed manila envelope. What is this? Your truth. Packaged nicely. Going live in about 20 minutes. She opened it. Saw the USB. The printed screenshots. The legal note. Her face turned white. You did not. I did. You played me. Lied to me. Filmed my ex inside my sheets. You were going to keep doing it. Behind my back. With new names. But not anymore. She started to cry. I stepped back. I loved you, Jenna. I loved the version of you that looked me in the eyes and said I was your only girl. But that version never existed. I was just your secret. Your cover story. She fell to her knees. People from the bar started coming out. I walked away. I did not look back. 2 weeks later, her entire profile was gone. So were most of her fake accounts. She tried to create new ones, but the industry is smaller than people think. Word spreads. She was blacklisted. Suspended. Some of her subscribers doxed her when they realized her content was flagged for legal investigation. I heard through mutuals that she moved back to New Mexico to stay with her aunt. She sent me an email once. Apologizing. Telling me she finally realized what she had lost. I never replied. I moved to Denver 6 months later. Started fresh. Got a new job in branding. Met someone new, slowly. Carefully. She is gentle. Honest. Never once made me question her gaze. But sometimes, I still feel it. That ache. That image burned into my brain. Her lips wrapped around my ex. Her moans echoing through our apartment. Her body, a body I worshipped. Being sold to strangers while she held me in the same sheets. But here is what I know now. Loyalty is not just about who you sleep with. It is about who you protect. Who you fight for. Who you refuse to betray, even when the cameras are off. Jenna never protected me. She protected her double life. And now, I protect myself. Because I will never be someone's secret again.